Well, hey family, this is Darlene. Want to thank you for stopping by the Jury by BDK YouTube channel. I know you didn't come here for a sermon. So here's the video. And guess what? We'll talk. Well, hey family, happy Tuesday. This is Darlene stopping by real quick. I usually get a lot of questions about my hand-painted beads. I don't think a lot of people, especially if you're a new subscriber, don't know that I hand-paint my own beads. So anytime you see me using beads like these or the ones that are wrapped in wire, these type of beads right here, let's see, like these right here, maybe the beads that are wrapped with aluminum wire, 15 gauge aluminum wire, you may even see these type of beads right here. I hand paint all of these beads. So yesterday, I think it was a question about buying the beads in bulk. Where could you buy the beads in bulk? Now, these brown beads right here came from Hobby Lobby. I didn't paint these right here. These are Hobby Lobby beads. I think they were like $1.49 for a pack. I don't know how many was in it, but these are Hobby Lobby beads. These little beads right here came off of Amazon. So you can always go on Amazon and see what you can purchase in bulk. These orange beads right here came from Hobby Lobby. And these are just glass beads that have been, they just have a orange coating on them, and they're glass beads. So these beads right here, this bead and this big bead, are beads that I hand paint myself. So anytime you see me using wood beads that are 30 millimeter, the two bead like this, these beads right here that I'm showing you, I've hand painted those beads. So this one, and then also the wire right here, the aluminum wire. You could always buy aluminum wire, just make your own little wire spacers. And these are Buddha head beads, and you can probably find these on Amazon, or, just kind of search Etsy or something and see if you can find them in bulk. And then after I paint the beads, if you want to take a try at painting your own beads, I use, this is probably why this paint is never ever in the store now. So anytime I go in Hobby Lobby now, the Americana paint is never there, right? So I use Americana Deco Art Paint. So I just use all different colors, whatever colors I want to use, or the colors that I generally buy. And I usually get them at Hobby Lobby. I was getting them at Joann's, but before Joann's closed, because I didn't go buying at Hobby Lobby, because I just didn't, because I would conveniently buy them at Joann's, especially like when they were on sale, right? But they're always, I want to say 99 cents at Hobby Lobby. And that is like the cheapest you are going to probably get this paint, 99 cents per bottle. And it lasts a really long time. You only need, maybe less than a teaspoon of paint to paint, a nice number of beads, maybe 30 beads, because I put just a little dab in a bowl, my paint bowl, and I put a little bit of water in there just to thin the paint out a little bit. And it depends on how many beads I'm painting at any particular time, right? So I use the Americana Deco Art Paint. And this is only if you want to take, attempt to paint your own. And then these are what the beads look like. When I buy beads, I usually get the unpainted beads, and these are 25 millimeter beads, right? So when you get them, they're nice and smooth, and they look real pretty like this, and then you can just go ahead and paint them. So these are 25 millimeter. I buy 20 millimeter, 25 millimeter, and also 30 millimeter. And the 30 millimeter, that's these big beads right here. So these big ones are 30 millimeters right here. So that's what that is, the 30 millimeter. And let's see, do something have a 25 millimeter on it? This right here, is this a 25 or a 30? I don't remember what this one is, if it's a 25 or a 30 millimeter, but it's a pretty big bead. That one, and then this one is a 25. So this 25 is basically this bead. So that's a 25 millimeter. Just a wild bead I got up here that I have painted. And these beads right here are 20 millimeter. So these are the 20 millimeter, and you could see the difference: 20, 25, and 30. So I use all three: 20, 25, and 30. I use all those, and these happen to be 25 millimeter. And when I buy either one, 20, 25, or 30 millimeter, this is exactly how they look. I think they come like 500 to a bag. You can get 100 in a bag, 500 in a bag. I think 100, yeah, 100, 500, and then something else. I don't know, but I usually get 100, 100, or 500 because I paint a lot of beads to be able to make stuff. And then when I put the sealant or the covering on the bead, this is what I use: the Verithan triple thick polyurethane 3-time, and this is water based. I was using the other one, but sometimes I could be in here working and the smell is like really, really strong. I don't advise doing that. You got to put a mask on, you got to open up all your windows, you got to have the fan on and that type of stuff. So what I would do is just put the sealant on the beads outside on the patio. So if you're going to use the other one, which is oil based, you got to be in a really wide open, airy area to be able to use that that other one. And with this one is water based, so you can still, I still open the windows and have the fan on, and I will occasionally put on a mask. But this one is not as the smell is not as as loud as the other one. So, but you can see how pretty the covering is on it, that nice gloss on there. But this is what I use, and I grabbed this off of Amazon. I'll put a link down there just in case you want to grab some off of Amazon. So this is what I use, and I generally will put a coat or two. I'll put one coat on the beads, and you can see how pretty they look. They look just as pretty as if you were to buy them out the store. So these beads right here came out of the store. But then this bead is the bead that I painted myself here at home. But when you look at it, it's just as beautiful as this bead right here. So that's basically what it is: Americana Deco Art Paint. You can get at Hobby Lobby, 99 cents a bottle. And then I put the sealant, which is this right here, on all my hand painted beads. And then this is literally how they come out. There's no stickiness, there's no anything. And remember, I wear my jewelry, so it lasts like really well. There's no chipping, there's no fading, there's no funny color, no funny smell, anything like that. So that's why I will use this right here. The other is really good too, but remember, when you working and making stuff 2-3 o'clock in the morning and that type of thing, you can't open a bunch of windows and have everything wide open. I mean, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm not doing that. So, and I'm not going out on the patio at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning to do that. So I'll go ahead and just use this. Pretty much get the same result. And it is what it is. But I hope that answers the question. So with these beads, the brown beads, they came from Hobby Lobby. And I don't know if you could buy them in bulk there or not. Maybe you could find them on Amazon for bulk or Etsy for bulk. These little orange beads came from Hobby Lobby, and they were on sale too. I don't remember what I paid for these. I had these a long time. The Buddha head beads, these were a gift from a subscriber. So I got a really big, huge bag of these. So I'm not really sure where she purchased those from. You could check on maybe Amazon or Etsy or something. And then the big beads right here are hand painted by me. So any beads that you see me use, like I'm getting ready to make something now out of these beads right here, these are hand painted by me. So these beads right here, I'm getting ready to use this bead and probably this bead and some other beads in here. And I use these big beads right here as focal beads. They look really, really nice for nice, chunky, big, beautiful bracelets like what you see right here. So that's all there is. There ain't no more. And I hope that answers the questions. And guess what? We'll talk.